Hey everybody, my name's Chris Warren.
I'm Ben Kirsch.
Welcome to the You Should Be Worried podcast.
Yay, no Matt again.
No Matt again. Dude, we fired Matt. This was a hostile takeover. At the last board meeting, me and Ben bought out all his shares that I'm realizing it.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude, it was crazy. I was in an Uber, and then there was a lot of traffic, so I had to start running so I could make it to the board meeting on time because I was going to get outvoted.
Yeah, we need a majority vote.
We need a majority vote. And if I'm not present, then my vote doesn't count.
It's true. No proxies.
So, yeah, exactly. No proxies. So Matt's gone.
Matt's
thought
gone.
for the betterment of the company, the stock has only dipped 10%. But hey, that's what happens when you make big changes in companies. Yeah. People give up at first. But wait until they see, once we go solar, dude, once we go solar.
And sure, does every episode we release without Matt get like a third of the views? Possibly. We don't release our analytics publicly, but we might be aware of that behind the scenes. But, you know, other than that, the podcast's going great. No, Matt is off doing comedy on the road.
Yeah.
We're very proud of him. Round of applause. We'll add that in post. Round of applause. We don't have a producer today. Jared's sleeping in, so it's me and Ben. It was just in an empty room, me and Ben with some lights.
Malcolm's over there.
Malcolm is producing all of it. Just pretty cute.
He's killing
Got
it.
the little headphones on.
Holy shit.
You know what he's doing, just licking all the buttons.
Do we know when Matt gets back?
I think he gets back Tuesday night. So we got a little ways without him. We got all day today, all day tomorrow, and all day Tuesday till the nighttime without Matt. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, we're just going to have to struggle bus till then.
Struggle. You know, I've been thinking a lot recently that I look around at my life and I'm not thrilled, shall we say.
I think you need a new place.
I think I need a room with more than one window. I think the one window that I then cover with a blanket because it gets too bright.
I think where you return home to every day has a big impact on how you look at the world.
Yeah, it might be a factor.
I think bigger than you might think.
Yeah, no, I think it's probably not great.
You just go back to this place where I imagine Art the Clown from Terrifier lives. and you just take on the world, honestly, like an extremely normal person. You know, I will say, almost to a frightening extent.
Yeah, when you see him, Ben has had a glimpse into where I live. It looks like a serial killer lives there. It looks like I just do knuckle push-ups on the linoleum floor and get ready to go kill women every night.
That's so fucking funny, dude. You have a whole storyline in a TV show on Amazon Prime about you that has nothing to do with your life or comedy.
It's pretty sick.
It's pretty sick.
But when looking at my cool ass apartment with pretty much all my art is drawings and paintings I made when I was having bad trips on acid that are almost all exclusively self-portraits about how awful I am, and I like to stare at them and remember that no matter what I do, that's who I am on the inside. And
also probably not.
Yeah, good. I don't know if that affects anything.
It's so bad. It's like a mood board, but like the opposite. It's putting you in a bad mood. It's a bad mood board.
But I was thinking, I was watching Generation Kill. Did you ever watch that show?
Generation Kill? I don't think so.
They tried to make like a Band of Brothers, like the same people that made Band of Brothers, try to make one for like the Iraq War.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't the same.
Is it a TV show?
Yeah, it was on HBO in like the 2000s. But I was watching it, and I was thinking to myself, like, I think in another timeline,
2008,
I should have just joined the army, and I think I would have been a much happier person.
Yeah, you definitely would have. You would have better weight on you.
Yeah, I think
we all would.
Well, because here's the thing:
army. They beef you up.
They beef you up, dude. You get fucking beefed out.
And also, my buddy, one of my really good friends, Liam, he's in the Marines, and he more so explained it like it wasn't even like they were doing anything where they were like, you're gonna eat like this and you're gonna work out like this. He was saying how he was being like worked so tirelessly that he was just so starving all the time. Like he was like, any chance you can get to eat, you were like devouring food like a dog. And I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy to just get used to that for like a good year of like, they're like, here's your bowl. And you're like, like Jesus fucking
I do
Christ.
like how every dude, this is all anecdotal, but every dude I've met that is a Marine, like they didn't have to tell me. Like they all have the exact same build.
Yeah.
Like, you know how all the superheroes in the Marvel movies have the exact same build because they all have the same like steroid
they all look
regimen,
like Greek gods,
and like
they all
trainer.
the same steroid regimen.
They all have the same doctor, like pumping them full of H. Like that's all Marines have the exact same build. I don't know how they achieve that.
It's because they're on chow and push-ups.
Chow and push-ups, dog. If I just had a life of chow and push-ups, I think because
Eating out of a plastic bag.
Listen, if I had just gone enlisted, like didn't go to college, just went enlisted, by now I'd be a gunnery sergeant. Like I would have maxed
You'd be
out.
pretty badass.
I'd be EO3 payment. I'd be chilling.
You'd be the guy with cigarettes in the helmet.
Your cigarettes and helmet just screaming like, "What are you doing? You're a disgrace to this corps!" Like me being in the desert would have aged me an extra 20. I look 50, but I'm 30 years old.
Yeah,
I will put a boot in your ass, soldier.
You have way too much life experience, but it's all war experience.
Yeah, it's literally just watching my friends get cut in half. And the only reason
you're super paranoid, but you don't play it by the book, and that's why we like you.
Yeah, I'm the only reason I'm the rank I am is because everyone in front of me died at some point. Like it wasn't that I was the most qualified. It's just like I started in Iraq back in 2012 with like 80 dudes, and now all of them are dead or
it's
or
literally
injured.
like the fucking Call of Duty World War II campaign.
No,
where you storm the beach, and then by the end of the game, you're the most useful person in the storyline.
yeah. But no, I have so much time in my life where it's like I'm confused and don't know what to do, and I get like a ton of anxiety about like having to make decisions or commit to things.
I will say I get that too, and I don't know if it has to do with just like us being in a state of like I feel like a big part of it is like I'm trying to learn to be more creatively fulfilled, so I don't need to be fulfilled in other ways, such as like getting gratitude or getting booked all the time. Or, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like with us, like it's not about like getting on stage in the sense where it's like oh, I could wait on it. Like we like want to get on stage like really bad.
Yeah.
Almost like to the point where like it can't come soon enough. And it's like one of those things where it's like you got to like wait till later in the day, do a show, and then like that's going to give you the results, and then you know what I mean? It's like such a thing where it's like months go by and then you could be like, "Oh, I've advanced." You know what I mean?
You don't notice it as it's happening.
Right. So I feel like while we're like living through it, I feel the same way day to day where I'm like if I'm not like sketching or like even just hanging out with you guys, I just feel like very useless and very like, and it's funny too because like when you talk to people about like everything that we all do, like from the podcast to like our shows, people are like always very impressed and very like, damn, you guys like really like grind. But between the hours of noon and 4, I'm always like, I'm a bum pretty much. I don't do shit. I'm like,
dude,
fuck.
that's the thing with what we do is like I think what we do, like it's the most obnoxious podcast. Everyone's like, you're 30 and you talk about your dick.
In terms of what we do, I just think it's like it's something that can be like a tangible thing, but it's also just so much fucking around and having. Well,
it's also not like paths aren't clear. Like for instance, my other friends that are like in corporate careers.
Yeah, right.
Like it's pretty clear what you need to do.
Right.
You need to do really good at your job, which whatever that is, but there's usually like parameters for what that job is, and you can achieve those metrics, and then you get promoted, you make more money. That's the goal. Right. It's a pretty set out path.
Right.
Like every once in a while you might need to job hop to do that, but there's clear set goals and like markings.
Right.
For us, it's just kind of like, become famous. And
no,
it's like, how do I do that? And it's like, there's like a million ways, and like most of them don't work. But whichever one you're doing, you should feel like that's probably the wrong one, and you should be doing another one.
Right. And everybody you talk to, it's like it gives you good insight, but it's not something that you could be like, oh, I'm going to do that because everybody has.
You can't repeat it.
No, everyone has such a specific way that they got to where they got to, and like I don't even want to be so like. I mean, obviously, I would love to be huge and famous, but like. It's more so like I feel like a lot of my anxiety comes from like I just want to make this something where like I could just like I don't have to like do all these like not odd jobs, but I feel like I work in so many different I work in New York, I work at Fairfield, I do the Yale filming. Like I would love to just do the podcast and sketch and
that'd be great.
You know what I mean? Like
but that's the thing is like I think with the way the economy of online is now, like you do have to be famous to do that.
For sure.
Like I feel like they're used to
have your niche micro celebrity fame.
Even that though, I don't think produces enough money to have a full-time life.
No, and I mean
like I feel like there was a brief period of time in the 2000s where you could be just a touring comic that the average person never heard of and you could make money.
Oh, 100%.
And now I don't think that exists. I think there are the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a lot more.
Like, I don't think you can just be like a road dog feature anymore.
No,
I feel like that used to be a thing.
Unless you are already in just like a really good circle of people who have already laid their own paths.
Yeah, if you have like a bunch of famous friends who take you take care of you.
Right. No, exactly.
But even that's like, you know,
Yeah,
how do you account for that? Like, I'm gonna pick the right friends that are definitely gonna be famous.
No, even still, you have to.
I thought I was gonna be the famous friend by now, and look at me.
And, and look at me, I'm leeching off all my friends.
Yeah, which I haven't been as useful as I was hoping.
But no, that's okay.
Oh, what are you gonna do? See, that's why I'm saying if I join the army,
You'd
right,
be sick.
so simple.
Yeah,
It's
you could
just
have a
like
cool
you
fade.
you have you have a sick jarhead fade. It's like
Honestly, would be
you
sick.
have scheduled promotions that like every 4 years you just get promoted because that's how
as
it
long
works.
as you just
as long as you
survive
don't
and work
fuck
hard.
up.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
survive and work hard.
And it's easy. They just tell you every day exactly to the minute what you're doing, and then you just do it.
yeah, I feel like it's just
You don't have to
maddening.
think. You're just like, all right, I'm going to hit this with the sledgehammer until it's 12 o'clock, and then we walk around this base, and then I go to bed.
It's just got to be so maddening to be in the military sometimes. Like, you are so, you're a full blown adult, but like still on that like it reminds me of like football where like I didn't like not have freedom, but there was definitely somebody like watching me do. Yeah, like just kind of keeping you in line.
Even if you're doing the right thing, it's like, hey,
Yeah, it's
do
like,
that more.
Do that
like,
more.
It's like, I'm
You're
already, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so I don't know.
I had a buddy that went to the army, and he got deployed.
Oh Jesus.
And he said it sucked because because I guess things change all the time, but he was in this part of Iraq where nothing happened his whole deployment. So he just sat in a base for like, I don't know how, like
That
8-9
sucks,
months, I
dude.
think was his deployment. So he just sat in a fucking base and they would do like drills all day and like you just stand at your guard post like, and then
dude.
nothing would happen.
Especially now, like I don't even know, because like the military's so vast. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like one of my boys, who's in the Navy, he like also was deployed and was like on a boat for like, I don't know, like 6 to 8 months. And dude, I don't think anything happened.
Yeah.
He was just on that fucking boat.
Like-
Like what the fuck? He's like, dude, that's got to be so maddening. Like I don't know.
Dude, he said the
I want to have Call of Duty missions.
The most exciting thing that happened, he said, was in his like 9 months there. At one point, some guy like shot a single mortar shell at the base, and it landed like 100 yards outside of the base, but like close enough you could like hear and see it.
Oh, and they were all like,
And
whoa.
and then they just called in a fucking like Apache helicopter. And it evaporated the mountain the guy shot from. Like they just ceased to exist. And he's like, that was the only cool thing that happened the whole 9 months. It was like we just saw that Apache come. We were like, "Whoa!" and then we just went back to digging holes.
That's the thing, dude, is like the U.S. Army is, the military in general is so technologically advanced. Like, if any threat is happening, they're just going to be like, all right, just calling a VTOL, dude.
Dude, listen,
Just
I
have this thing come in and just eviscerate.
I will never stop being a military industrial complex apologist.
That's so funny.
It is the best. It is so cool. You guys have no idea how good we have it over
It's
here.
the best. It's so cool.
I want us to go to war with Iran, not for any political reasons, but I just want to see what would happen. You know, I just want to unleash us on some We haven't gotten to blow up infrastructure in a while. Okay,
True.
We got to go to Afghanistan. There's no infrastructure there. You're just shooting at mountains, like burning the land. I want to see like a skyscraper get hit by a cruise missile.
Yeah, something like at a Battlefield 3.
Right. I want to see the U.S. be like, we're going to destroy your electric grid. I just
Facts.
want to see what we would do. You know?
No, man. Maybe in like 2075 when we're fighting China.
I hope so. Do you hear that North Korean troops are fighting in Ukraine now?
Really?
Yeah.
That's how that's working?
Yeah. So apparently, so Russia's historically like paid Kim Jong Un to like give them slaves, essentially like North Korean slaves to like do lumber work and stuff.
Wow. Can
And-
people in Russia go to North Korea?
Probably not.
Like
I mean,
nobody-
Americans can go to North Korea now. You can go as a tourist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have
But
to-
is it like really sketchy and weird?
Yeah, you got to pay like 10 grand to the North Korean government, and you have to go through all these background checks, and then basically you go on a very guided tour where every minute of your day is accounted for, and like there's a handler you have, and they never get out of sight. They're always with
Dude,
you.
that
Like if you
place-
go to the bathroom, they stand outside the bathroom. and wait.
It's so interesting to me
Yeah.
that that's an entire country that like, and if you're not inside of it, you have truly no idea what it's
I would, if I had the money, I would do the tourism.
like. Out of
thing.
curiosity.
Yeah, I would be scared though, because if you fuck up, they like hold you accountable to their laws.
Oh, because they're gonna.
Because then the guy's in trouble if you
What a
fuck up. He fuck.
fucking
Yeah.
frightening.
Yeah, what do you
experience.
hear about the I forget why there was like a high schooler there or something, and he like took down one of the posters of Kim Jong, like little posters on the wall, like as a souvenir.
Oh,
didn't even intend it to be disrespectful,
And
and
they just
they're like,
fucking-
"You don't touch like the fearless leader's image," and they like beat him to death in jail. And it was like a whole international incident. Like,
my God.
yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Imagine
a
being the
wild-
chaperone on that field trip, and you're like, I got some bad news about Tommy.
It just feels like a place that doesn't. It shouldn't be real because
It's
of
so
how many
cool.
other places in the world are not like that.
It's so cool.
It's so weird.
that there's just this fat retarded kid. just
Who's got all these people
Who's
just gaslit.
like emperor. He's like the guy, and he's just this fat retarded kid with like a dumb little like brush top cut and a jumpsuit.
in
and-
2024,
Yeah,
mind you.
it's like I look like this, and I feel like I could put Kim Jong Un in a headlock and like
That's so
beat him up,
funny.
and he's just the like most powerful man over like what 30 million people.
Oh my
Something
God.
like
It's
that.
like the equivalent to like a 40-year-old still living at home. It's just like, yeah, we just let him.
Yeah, it's like
We should let him do what he wants, and it's honestly for the better that he has this little part of Asia, because otherwise, the world would be fucked.
have you heard the song for his birthday that he had like
Yeah, everybody's clapping and smiling. That makes me wanna
It's
die.
fire, dude.
That
That,
shit makes me
song
wanna
I'll listen
die.
to when I'm really sad, and it makes me hyped up. I'm like, if Kim Jong can deal with all the haters, like I can too.
Listen
you
to
know?
that, and then listen to KSI's new song.
Oh God, dude. I hate that I know what that is. That makes me want to blow my brains out. That I know who KSI is, and then I know the song.
You know what though,
Controversy.
dude? You are really good at doom scrolling.
I am so
will give you that.
mentally ill.
Like you always, because I'm the same way. Like I'll be on my phone, like in between. I feel like I'm screen maxing.
Yeah, you
'Cause I'll
got
be-
a screen man.
Because I'll be on like Call of Duty, and
Yeah.
the game is like loading in, and while it's loading
7
in,
reels. I only watch the first 5 seconds because I know what's gonna happen. So I don't need the other 10. I just go next one. Got a screen max.
Literally, dude. Literally, I'm on Twitter because I'm just so fucking bored that I'm staring at the screen that's not giving me constant attention. But I'm like, I literally have to put my phone, dude. Sometimes I will die in a Warzone game, and there's like a 30-second countdown before I can come back, and I grab my phone and open Instagram.
It's like switch your pistols faster than reloading.
I cannot keep doing that, and I like put my phone down like it's like too hot to touch. I'm like, oh, like stop. But I will say, as mad as you get, there'll be times where we're filming, and I'm like, you are still on the couch, able to like
Yeah, no, I have a problem.
Matt's the same fucking way. Like
Yeah.
you could leave him for like 2 hours.
You
and he'll
could.
just
I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I'll admit this on this podcast. I have had Saturdays where I just don't feel like doing anything, and I will
Oh.
wake up at 10 o'clock, and I will doom scroll till 8 o'clock at night, and then I will like actually cry because I've wasted my whole day, and then I'll and then
that is a
and then I'll go to bed.
lazy, that is a guilty ass lazy day.
I've
That is so funny.
when I was unemployed, I would do that at least one day a week. I would do that. I would just spend 12 hours.
Dude, because in the morning when you wake up, it feels good.
Yeah.
Because you have that mindset of like, oh, like I've been working hard, like I'm really tired. I'm just gonna do nothing today. I never do nothing today. And then it's like 8 o'clock and you did nothing all day, and you're like, I'm a useless piece of shit.
And I look at like and then I switch over and to like out of my Reels feed to the normal feed, and I see like my friends posting pictures of their kids and like their weddings, and I'm like, I'm really fucking up here.
Dude, kids my age are already starting to do that.
I could have been in the Marines, dude.
You could have fought for this country.
I could have fought for this country, dude.
and had like a wife that you locked down at like my age.
Yeah, and she would fuck other guys, but I just pretend I don't, like I'm not aware of that, you know?
Yeah, you get your what's it called? Your Jody letter or whatever. Jody. It's where like your wife or your significant other basically is like, hey, me and Tyrone are hitting it off, but I hope you're killing it in the military.
Ooh, that's brutal, dude.
It's terrifying. You are literally out risking your life for her, and she's like, I can't not.
No,
take
women are
these."
evil. I'm just gonna throw this out there. Women are evil.
This will help our declining viewership.
Yeah, this Matt's
Women
not here
are
to rein
bad.
me in. Just be saying women are bad. No, women are amoral. That's what I will say. I don't believe that women are capable of higher functions of morals.
Damn.
Name one female philosopher.
What you know about Plato?
It's just Plato in a blonde wig with huge fake tits.
Yeah, she looks like an anime girl.
Actually, you should do what is your inner truth, even if that means cheating, because
Yeah.
that's what's best for you.
Adriana Stottle.
No.
Damn.
Was
Yeah,
for
I
everyone
guess
mad
you're
at me
right
right now?
Then I don't
Seriously.
really know any philosophers. To be
Put
honest
out.
with you.
Give me one Female philosopher or theologian?
Theologian. Is that a theologist?
That their ideas are more than follow your inner truth.
Theologian. I haven't heard that term since high school. When
I've read so much theology that no one cares about, and I've wasted my life. Between doom scrolling and reading Aquinas, I have wasted my life.
And reading Aquinas. That don't you fucking sleep on St. Thomas Aquinas, motherfucker.
He's a beautiful writer. I will say his rhetoric, although we disagree on the Bible, his points are very well
Dude,
defended.
that's so funny. I didn't realize that he's just a writer.
He's a saint, and he was like, I believe, a cardinal or a bishop in the early church, but he had like I forget what the name of his book is. I read most of it. It's St. Thomas Aquinas something. I look so dumb now. I read that book for nothing. I don't even remember the fucking title.
Dude, I just remember all the time we would have in high school, we would have like you'd be at your locker in the morning, and the Father Mike, he was a G, honestly. I loved him. He would be saying like
Was he a Jesuit?
I think so.
I fucking love Jesuits, dude.
He was super cool. And dude, he would give us like this. We would have like a little mini 20-minute mass before football games, and I always felt so badass because I'd be like, dude, we got motherfucking Jesus on our side.
The blood of Christ
Yeah,
flows through you.
Dude, he would like
Vanquish your enemies.
He would give his little fucking homily, bro, and it would hype your ass up.
Dude, I will say,
Like, we have God on our side.
Catholics have nailed it with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they're
Great. Like, nothing will get you hyped than doing like the cross. Like doing the cross. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, you feel good.
I wish Jews had something like that.
No, you guys are very private.
Yeah, it's not as cool. But like the crossing yourself and then be like, I will suffer. Oh Lord, let me show you the power of your creation.
Me to wood. Nail me to wood. But yeah, my Father Mike would always be saying some like morning prayer, and then it was always like, and that is by St. Thomas Aquinas.
The goat.
And I'd be like, this guy is really sucking St. Thomas Aquinas.
Right. Well, guys, it's been another great episode of the You Should Be Worried podcast. As always, you should follow us on You Should Be Worried Pod on Instagram, TikTok. Like, subscribe, comment on the podcast on YouTube, and whatever you do on Spotify and Apple. I don't really know those platforms work. I forgot to upload the last week's episode onto there. That's my bad. And and then it made it so Ben couldn't upload the next week's. I've really caused a supply chain issue. I got to be in charge one time, never again. And anyway, it's been, you follow me, Chris Warren Comedy, on Instagram and TikTok. Follow In the Making, ITM, for funny Ben, Matt, and Jared sketches. Sometimes I'm in them in the background. You'd be like, hey, that's the guy from the podcast. And follow, and Ben, you got anything you want to plug?
No, that was really funny. You can follow me at BennyBoy_28, but more importantly, just follow In the Making ITM. We're at almost 11K on Instagram, and that needs to be 110K. There needs to be a 0 after that. So we could start doing this, and I don't have to go work at the fucking club and stare at a door. Okay?
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Just support my dreams, because I'm the main character, and you're all side characters, and everyone beyond that is an NPC giving me side quests. So,
you know, that's kind of the issue recently in my life, is I've kind of realized I might be a like a C-plot character.
that's okay, dude. You
Very
could just
depressing.
You could be World Merchant. Everybody loves World Merchant, dude.
Just world merchant.
You just come in clutch, bro. You got the humongous backpack.
Oh, is that like the guy in Resident Evil 4 where he's got the trench coat, like, what you buy?
Yeah. Or the guy in Elden Ring who's just camped out by a fire and he's got a donkey with 2 heads.
Yeah, I think that could be me.
So sick.
I'm not slaying any dragons, let me tell you.
No, you're just
that.
like, I post up under this bridge, and if shit gets weird, I pack up my stuff and I leave.
I'm leaving. If hoes show up, I'm like, scary. And I pack up my shit and I leave.
If the hoes show up, you
sorry, closed for business.
Nobody here knows I have 310,000 souls. That's how I feel whenever I'm at a party and people are like, all having fun. I'm like, nobody here knows I'm in the 0.1% of Call of Duty competitive league.
No.
Are you guys Crimson ranked? That's cool. But yeah, no, I'm good.
All right. Well,
we lit every day. We lit. You can't tell me shit.
We might. We might have Matt back next week. I don't know what his.
I think Matt will be back
is.
next week. We have a show at Fairfield Comedy Club. I'm featuring
gang shit.
You should show up for that.
I think I will. Yeah.
Maybe they'll give you time.
We'll
because
see.
We're in charge. Like the boys are in charge. So. Gang.
I hope Matt looks at me and is like, sorry, bud.
Sorry, bud. We bumped you for.
It's like, I don't want to play with you anymore. Like, he drops Woody.
Oh, God.
The future is now, old man.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.